Well, 8 presidents are attending a meeting of the non-aligned movement in Venezuela. That is considered actually a low turnout, as 24 attended the last summit of the group in Iran in 2012. But supporters of the movement, set up during the Cold War, are declaring it a success nevertheless. CCTV's Stephen Gibbs reports from Margarita Island.
Yeah, what we've been seeing all day really is the main event of this non-aligned movement summit. It started relatively early in the morning when President Maduro greeted the various delegations that have come here to Isla Margarita to take part in this 2-day final summit. Now, there have been a few people that have noticed that rather fewer presidents than normal, that in previous summits, are attending. We count 8, and most of them they're greeted by the president. They are really his traditional allies in this region and elsewhere. There was Raul Castro from Cuba, there was Evo Morales from Bolivia. The president of Iran, Rouhani, was also here. That's because Iran had the chairmanship of the non-aligned movement and is going to be handing it over to Venezuela. Then, after that, the speeches started. Each country has the right to a 7-minute speech, and this really was an opportunity for them to say what their main concerns are. And of course, as this union really is representing the developing world, many of those concerns were very similar. And one that keeps coming up again and again, and it has in previous non-aligned movement summits, is that the developing world thinks that the United Nations needs to be reformed. It believes that the UN is completely skewed really in terms of its power in favor of the victors of World War II, and that needs to be changed. The developing world somehow needs to get a bigger voice. Now, this all, of course, here in Venezuela has a specific issue because Venezuela is in the midst of a very, very deep economic and political crisis. The opposition here says this is exactly the wrong moment to be holding a summit, which by its estimation goes into the hundreds of millions of dollars that it's costing. The government, of course, takes a completely opposite view and really is using this summit to show, in its view, that it is not isolated. The opposition and many countries say that Venezuela has sort of backed itself into a corner, but those images of the president here greeting people from all over the world will counter that argument, and that really is a lot of the position of Venezuela and the image it wants to give out across the world. Stephen Gibbs, CCTV, on Isla Margarita, Venezuela.